Let's make this 16-inch sign. I was inspired when I saw this one right here. It is from At Home, and it wasn't at any of the stores near me, so I decided to try to make it myself. I'm showing you my original base, but I do end up changing it, and I am showing you the things that I used to make this adorable sign. Most of which I already had in my house, but some of these things I got from Hobby Lobby. And I start off by painting this roll here. Now, this is not a paper towel roll. It is a lot more sturdy than a paper towel roll. This was actually off of some deco mesh. This was a roll for deco mesh, and it is really hard cardboard, not flimsy like a paper towel roll. So if you have maybe some PVC pipe or something like that, maybe a wooden dowel would also work. It would make it a bit heavier, but it would definitely be very secure if you decide to go that route. Now, these little miniature wooden rolling pins, I got them in a 3-pack from Hobby Lobby. You can get them from the My Little Christmas section. They're already painted up though, but if you want to leave them that way, you can, or you can paint them, paint over it. Doesn't really matter. It's up to you. I am using Classic Caramel as a gingerbread color. That is one of my favorite colors to use for gingerbread. And I am painting up one of the rolling pins, and I paint up the second one with Snow White. And the paints I am using in this video are Apple Barrel. And oh, for the paper towel roll, or for the deco mesh roll, I used Red Apple in matte. This Classic Caramels in satin, and then I also use the Snow White in matte. Now, it doesn't really matter if it's matte. It's entirely up to you whether you want it matte or glossy, but I just use what I happen to find. And this ribbon here, I am hot gluing onto this roll. Is from Dollar Tree. If you can't find it at your Dollar Tree, you can find it at Hobby Lobby or any other craft store. Now, I know you can see that the hot glue did seep through right away and you can't see it. I'm not concerned about that at all because it ends up getting covered up with all of the embellishments that we will be adding. And I just simply added a little bit of hot glue at the top, rolled it down halfway, added a touch more of hot glue right there, rolled it down the rest of the way, and then put a little bit more hot glue at the bottom. And like I said, all of that gets covered up. You will not see it, so don't even worry about it. So once that was all done, I took this ornament that I got from Hobby Lobby and cut off the beads. And for some reason, my daughter felt like she needed it, so she came and snatched it. um, so I decided that I was just going to put on one of these little gingerbread wall clings. I got these a few years ago. They were sticky on the back, and you just stuck them to the wall. I haven't seen them in a few years though, unfortunately, because I would so buy some more. But I glued that on just her foot onto the inside. Then I hot glued the ornament to the roll just under that, and I reinforced it on both sides. Now here I am putting my words onto my rolling pins. Right here for the gingerbread colored one, I put fresh cookies, and on the white one, I put hot cocoa. And obviously you could put whatever you want on these. And clearly I use my Cricut for these, but if you have excellent handwriting like I do, not, I have terrible handwriting, but if you have good handwriting, you can just write these out, or you could get some letter stickers. It really doesn't matter. You do not need a Cricut for any of the crafts that I do. But since my handwriting is so terrible, you will always and forever see me using my Cricut. And this white vinyl was giving me an issue, and I was afraid of it coming up. So I decided to seal both of these rolling pins with a thin coat of Mod Podge, just to make sure that the vinyl would not peel up. So I secured these using a bit of E6000 and hot glue, the hot glue so I could get a quick hold, and the E6000 so I can get a strong hold. I took a little peppermint that I got from Hobby Lobby last year, my little Christmas section, and I just glued it to the top of that ornament. Now the base, I ended up changing it from the thing you see up top. That was a tin lid to something I had sitting in my stash for the last couple of years. But hot glue and metal just don't like each other. It was not staying, and I had to come up with a plan B. This ended up working out way better. I used a foam round from Dollar Tree that, as you can see, I was already painting up and making into a peppermint, and it made the perfect base for my sign. However, because these rolling pins are solid wood, it was definitely front heavy. So I had to balance out the opposite side. And I did that simply by taking some of these blue glass stones that I happen to have, and I glued like 3 or 4 to the back of it, and it helped immensely to balance out the weight. And all I did to cover it up was just add a bit of snow, which I had already planned on putting at the bottom in the first place, so it all worked out. I got these hot cocoa candy stickers, these puffy stickers from Hobby Lobby last year. I have seen them around this year, so I used a couple of these on the hot cocoa rolling pin, and I like to hot glue my stickers on because they will last longer than, if I just stuck them on. And I did a little bit more embellishing on this piece. I knew I didn't want to overdo it, but I definitely wanted it to have a little bit more. So I was just going through the different stickers on the sheet, just trying to figure out exactly where I wanted everything. This part, there's no rhyme or reason. You just embellish how you see fit. If you preferred it without the stickers, don't put any. If you don't have any, you don't want to go get any, it really doesn't matter. And my favorite part is always, y'all probably already seen me do this a million times, but I did notice that on the at-home version of this, they had like a little icing drip on the part that says cookies. So I was like, that's such a cute idea. Let me go ahead and do that. I did it with puffy paint and some fake sprinkles that I got from Amazon. And of course, I had to add just a little bit of glitter. And this was my way also of covering up the hot glue that you could see that was holding the rolling pin on. I just dumped some puffy paint on top of it, sprinkled on some of the fake sprinkles, and it looks like some icing dripped on it. What I did for the hot cocoa one was add a bit more hot glue and then sprinkle some of the iridescent snow on top. So you can't see the hot glue holding it up. So here is the back where I hot glued the glass stones, and I simply covered it up with some snow, the sheets, cotton polyfill, whatever you want to call it. And then I just sprinkled a little bit of the glitter and some of the mylar snow on top just to give it a little sparkle. And then I added some gingerbread, of course. I just put a little bit of hot glue onto their feet and attached them down so they wouldn't wiggle around. This has become by far my most favorite piece I have ever done. I posted it on Facebook and there was so many people like, you sell these? Could you sell these? Could I buy one from you? It made me feel so good. I had an awesome time making this. Please let me know what y'all think in the comment section below, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.